What is up, guys? It is Bulldog Gamer here, and welcome to another video up on my channel today. Today I'll be doing 7 tips for beginners or advanced players for Battlefield 1 multiplayer. And before we get started with this video, I just wanted to let you guys know I plan on doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So when I do get 100 subscribers, I will be doing like some comment thing, and then I'll pick some winner. And I'm thinking about giving away a PSN or Xbox One card, like probably a $25 gift card or something, but I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't decided. So yeah, let's get started right into this video. So tip number 1 would be spotting enemies. And spotting enemies, probably one of the most common things done in Battlefield 1 in probably every Battlefield game. Will help your team out and you out extremely. Whenever you spot an enemy, it will pop up on your minimap and in the horizon, so anyone can see, like, for example, if you're spotting someone like 50 meters away, and there will be like a red dot above him, so you'll be able to see him on the horizon, plus also see him on the map, which helps extremely for everyone on your team and you. Tip number 2 would be mastering the slide mechanism in the game. They added this for Battlefield 1, or they just added it for Battlefield 1, a new mechanism where it allows you to slide, like you're running and then you click R3 and you just slide maybe like a couple inches or whatever, a couple feet, and it's a good way to get around stuff. Like if you're trying to run away from gunfire and then you see a corner or like a building that you can run around, and you're like trying to get there as fast as you can quickly slide around that corner and get behind the building. So it's kind of a good escape technique. I use it 50-50. I don't use it a lot, but I use it in situations where I would need it. But you can use it whenever you want. I mean, you can use it when you're flanking people, surprising people, etc. So mainly a good way to escape a situation that is escalating and you just need to get out of there. Tip number 3, your firing options are probably one of your most important. Probably not really that important, but if you're really inaccurate, it's probably gonna be your best buddy at certain situations. Because if you're shooting an enemy from a far range, and it's mainly, so you're basically using these firing options in the medic class, because all the rifles and stuff, they have, some of them are fully automatic with a single shot option to it, or some of them are just single shot. But the ones that are fully auto, use those at like a closer to medium range, and then if you're using a single shot, use that as like a far range, medium to far range. And if you're using one that has fully auto and single shot options, if you're shooting an enemy at long range, use the single shot option. If you're shooting an enemy at medium to close range, use a fully automatic. So for tip 4, when joining squads in objective-based game modes, make sure you're joining a squad that has a leader where he's like checking objectives. So like spotting objectives, like you're spotting an enemy, but you're doing that to an objective, so you're kind of ordering your squad mates to go to this objective and capture it. But make sure you're joining people with that, because if you go capture that objective that your squad leader marked, you'll get like twice the XP that you would if you were just capturing it without it, which makes it a lot easier to rank up, or a lot faster to rank up. And especially if you have a squad full of your friends, make sure your leader is marking the objectives, because obviously you'll get more XP. Tip number 5, I highly recommend using gas grenades. Gas grenades are probably one of the best grenades in the game. They're obviously the most annoying grenades in the game, but using those in objective-based games are probably the best tactic to use in trying to like get into an objective, or even flanking around, or trying to get people out of the objective. So if you're playing like Rush for example, and you're trying to get into the bomb site, and it's like in a bunker, and you're trying to rush in there and plant the bomb, or activate the bomb or whatever, you want to throw a gas grenade in there. You can put your gas mask on, rush in there, or you can wait until they rush out. But at the same time, either they might not rush out because they might know that they have a gas mask, so you can just run in there with your gas mask, Also, when you have a gas mask on, you cannot aim down the sight, so that also is a kind of an advantage. So when you're rushing in there, you can kind of like have both have an equal advantage, but because if you're going in there, you want to have a gas mask on because you don't want to die, because you could die from your own gas grenades. But anyways, using gas grenades in objective-based games probably the best grenade to use. Obviously, it's an annoyance, but it's the way to get the job done. So that's what I recommend. Tip number 6, I highly recommend using the K-Bullet while you're the scout class. Basically what a K-Bullet is, it's an armor piercing round that you use against tanks and heavy armored trucks. Basically, when you're the scout and you have that, and you're basically helping out the engineers of your team. You're basically damaging vehicles. It's not really a high damaged round, but if you see like an enemy repairing their vehicle or a tank, and you shoot their tank, or actually if you don't see them like physically doing it, but like if you know they're just stopped and they're damaged, they're probably repairing their tank, so you can just shoot their tank with a K-Bullet, and then their repairing will have to restart. So then it kind of like helps out your engineer guys to shoot it down quicker, so they're not repairing it in the long run. But anyways, the K-Bullet is like a highly recommended thing I recommend for using in the scout class. That's what I use all the time, as you can probably see on the screen now. When I'm switching equipment, you'll see, but yeah, I always do that. It really helps my team destroy the enemy vehicles, and you can have an advantage over capturing objectives and advancing in your game mode. So that's another thing I highly recommend. For the last and final tip, I couldn't stress it enough: play the objective. When you're playing an objective game mode, you're obviously playing it for a reason. Some people play it because it's a long game mode, so they just want to get a lot of kills. Don't do that. Like, you can get a lot of XP if you capture objectives. If you play the objective, you'll get probably twice as much XP as you would if you're just getting kills. You'll get tons of kills as you're getting objectives, because a lot of people are already playing the objective, but there are those people that don't, and that frustrates a lot of people, especially if you're on a losing team and people are just running around trying to get kills. Like, why don't you try and maybe catch ahead or get ahead and try to win the game for your team? Because for me, I've had times where it's like I'm losing maybe by 100. It's like, well, we have all our flags captured. Why don't we go try and capture those flags? Or we're playing Rush, and it's like we have 20 more lives and we want to go and get those bombs. We'll try and flank them or do something and get those bombs or flags or whatever. So anyways, that was my last tip for you guys. That's probably one of the most important of mine. And there you guys have it. Those are my tips for the multiplayer of Battlefield 1. If you guys found these tips helpful at all, please drop a like and subscribe for more Battlefield 1 content. And also, do not forget that 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to give away yet, but as time goes on, I will figure that out. And when I do get 100 subscribers, I will make a video announcing that giveaway. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.